What's going on, everybody? It's Paige Daring. I want to just dive right into this right now. First of all, I'm back from deployment. My final deployment is over, and somewhat my final detachment is over. So I have just over 21 years of service. I finally did my deployment to Italy. I'm done with that. And I just got back from Florida doing another detachment to support the last Crew 6 NASA space launch. I'm done with that. But in the meantime, while I was doing my damn job, I kept getting email after email after email from YouTube of people who were commenting on a specific video, and they were just all in their feelings. Now, everybody's not supposed to agree with everything. I am a Second Amendment guy. Someone said I'm not because of what I stated, but they took it out of context because they can barely damn read. And that's kind of the problem, is because in the title of the video, it says understand or know your local laws. Not mine, but yours. And you can tell me right now, well, the Constitution says this shall not be infringed. I agree. I'm telling you, you're still gonna get shot in the ass with that mentality if you keep that up. Maybe that's what we need. You take the first bullet. If that's what you wanna do, you cast the first stone. Whoever among you is without sin, you cast the first stone. I understand that not everybody has the mental capacity to own a firearm. I understand it is our right as American citizens to own firearms. There is an age limit for that. Does that not bother you? Do you want 12-year-olds running around with guns? Maybe you do, maybe you don't. Do you want 90-year-olds running around with guns that they can't manipulate? Maybe you do. They're clearly of age, but maybe they physically can't have it. What about the mental nut jobs? Do you think they should own firearms? The people that tell you you shouldn't own firearms, they still have a legal right to own firearms. So my point is, at what point are you going to just accept the fact that there are some things that you will unfortunately bend the will to for now? And not everything I believe I post on YouTube. Not everything I do in my personal life I post on YouTube. Not everything I say, my philosophies, I post on YouTube for a reason. I have gotten so much patting on the back from this video, and I've got so much backlash from this video. I knew it could happen. Like I've stated in a previous video, I can delete the comments, I can approve all the comments, and I don't care to do all that. I let people send as much hate as they want to down there, and that's fine. But I wanted to talk about the 80% lower. And just so you guys know, YouTube completely demonetizes any gun channel video. Anytime you do something similar to this right here, showing an 80% lower, right there, this video just got demonetized, and I'm fine with that because it has nothing to do with money. It's all about education. That's where the real wealth comes from, is your knowledge. I wanted to talk about 80% lower since I'm probably going to title this video 80% lower backlash or something like that. Read the title. A lot of people were just going off on a rant, but I wanted to talk about the 80% lower and why I said what I did. People have been flooding my comment section with some of the dumbest things. And these aren't all dumb, but some of them are just like, okay, one person said, well, he's in possession of an 80% lower. Well, no shit, it's on the freaking thumbnail. Yes, I am. I'm a big supporter of 80% lowers. I'm a big supporter of owning firearms in general, specifically 80% lowers. Now, another one, it's not a dumb comment, but just, okay. Person put serial number, no serial number. Big difference for many reasons, right? And I get that. People have different needs. There's a reason I own nothing but 80% lowers. I also post online that I own these. So if someone really wanted to know, yeah, they can come and find out that I have them. I have quite a bit of them that are not finished. So how are you going to tell me how many I have if you don't exactly know? Another person, yes, you can sell an 80% lower to whoever you please. Probably not that good of an idea, but it's perfectly legal. Yes, you can sell an 80% lower. This is an 80% lower. This is not an 80% lower anymore. It is drilled at the safety hole, the trigger, and the hammer, and the trigger pocket. This is no longer an 80% lower. And I think that's what people are probably getting their panties in a bunch for, not knowing what the hell they're talking about. This was an 80% lower. It no longer is now. It is 100% functional. Someone said, forget mailing them out. I'm just going to print mine to 100%. Good for you, dude. I am not against that at all. What I am against is somebody saying or telling you online, and you make the jackass mistake of milling out a lower receiver and then saying you're going to sell it to somebody online. I know a few people who got in trouble doing that. I'm talking about cuffed, thrown in jail, everything, because they were manufacturing firearms and they decided to sell it to someone else. Little did they know that person they sold it to was an undercover cop who was looking for people who would do this for them. So you can say, well, they did this, they did that. Just like the ATF right now is trying to take away our rights. Guess what? I get it. You should fight back. You should write your local congressman. You should post a video about it. But most people just comment. They don't make their own videos. So I'm against that. I'm against all of that the ATF said. I have plenty of AR-15 pistols. And I can tell you after that 120 days, I'm still going to have some AR-15 pistols. But I mean, shit, I just came back from deployment. And I also wonder about those people who are deployed. So if you deploy in the military, you have a pistol, you have 120 days. By the time you come back from deployment, from serving your country, are you just a felon because the ATF had a wild hair up their ass? Absolutely not. So there's really no way to get that thing, Nat's ass. But specifically, this used to be 80% lower. So this lower receiver is going to get melted down very soon. If you want to stick around and see that, I can really consider or recommend that you subscribe to the channel. Or if you're one of those people who keep coming back just to throw more hate at me, that's fine too. You could watch me melt this. It's not melting it down so I can make you pissed or make the liberals happy. It's because it doesn't work the way it should. So if you do look at this right here on this side of the actual lower, right here, you can probably not see it, but right where the safety selector detent hole is, this is completely jacked up. So that hole that you can see my hand kind of going in and out, it's not supposed to be that milled out. So I cannot put a decent safety selector in here that will work properly. And all we know is gun safety. So if this gun is no longer safe, I cannot put it in safe or fire. I can actually put a trigger in here and make it work. It will not be a very safe method to use this gun. So I've had this for what, 6-7 years now? I've had it like this for 6 or 7 years, and I've used it to do engravings on it, on the side, just random stuff, painting it. That's why it's all these different tones. It's been a guinea pig essentially for years, but I have so many different lowers that I just kind of was like, I no longer need this. I know it's not functional. So I'm probably just gonna melt it down and repurpose the aluminum in another way. So like I said, if you wanna stick around and watch that, you can. But I wanted to show you guys here that I have 2 more 80% lowers, right? So these 2 are not milled out. Some people will call these like a 90-95% lower because the takedown pin area is already done for you. But the rest of this gun, or not gun, I should say, is just fine. Those are 2 black anodized, and I have 2 raw ones right here. Same thing, nothing wrong with it. If I want to sell any of these 4 lower receivers that are 80% classified as an 80% lower, I'm totally fine with that. And I say, you know what? I've had a change of heart. I no longer want to build another gun. I've built too many of them. I have enough for the purposes I need. I want to sell this as it is. I can do that. But the minute I turn that into what is now the one I just showed you, the jacked up one, or this one right here, which is a fully functioning one, just taken apart because I'm still doing some more Cerakote stuff to it, or modifying parts. Now this one is not a complete mil spec, which completely different topic there. But this one is complete and it does work. I can't sell this one to you though. Now some of the people on the comment section have said, well, where I live at, you can sell that thing in Podunk, northeast where hell no one lives at, or northwest or the center of the country, and that's great. I really wish, the best for everybody. I really do. there are federal laws, there are state laws, there are county laws, there are city laws. And then you get where I'm going with this? You have different municipalities, just different things. We all have laws. All of us do. And I don't care who you are. The Second Amendment does protect our right to own and keep and bear arms. And yes, it shall not be infringed. Shall not be infringed. Not should not, you know what, only if in this scenario. I get that. My point is this: you can sit there until the cows come home and scream that all day, but when people start knocking and blasting on your door because of what you said online, you're going to realize you should probably be quiet sometimes. All I was doing was telling people to understand their local laws. Someone else said I am scared to mail out an 80% lower for somebody. No, that's completely the opposite. I'm not afraid to do it. I won't do it because that individual is obviously scared. And that's kind of my point. I'm out here putting my face and what I own to a certain degree, not everything. You will never see everything online, not for your viewing pleasure only, but for educational purposes. And I know I'm putting my neck out there, quite figuratively and literally. And I'm not going to say, yeah, I'm going to do this thing I know it to be illegal because I've watched people go down for it and say, guess what? I'm going to do it anyway. Like, you guys are stupid if you really believe I'm going to do that, for one. Second is if you think I'm afraid to mail out a lower for somebody, you have to also believe that person who wants me to do it is more fearful than I am, if that's what you believe. That's why they don't want to do it. They don't want to, hey, I'm going to buy some lowers because I'm going to buy some lowers. As you can see right now, I have 2 black anodized and I have 2 that are raw, and I have others that I'm not even going to show right now. And when they say, oh, can you buy me one? I'm like, why don't you buy your own? Oh, I just, I don't want anybody to know what I'm doing. I'm like, okay, so, but you want me to buy it for you because you don't want anybody to know what you're doing. So you're the chicken shit, not me. See, I'm going to buy it and not give a damn who knows I bought it. You are afraid. You're the one who's probably afraid, not me. As a matter of fact, like I said before, 120 days. This is another 80% lower, turned 100% lower, functional. And you guys probably like that serial number right there on the side. And on that side as well. It will remain that way, or I won't be here very long. That's all I got to say about that. So, yeah, tell me what you think. What up, dog? I wasn't about to hurt anybody, Petey. You're good. You're relieved, buddy. So yeah, I have lots of things I can talk about, lots of things I want to say, but the backlash that I got strictly from just telling people to understand their local laws is absolutely hilarious. You'd be shocked. I had so many people talk so much crap on that video, and like I said, in the same breath, I've had so many people say, I feel you, I'm with you. I run into a whole lot of busters as well who expect me to do all the legwork, buy the lower, mill the lower, and then want to give them the lower just so they can have some sort of peace of mind. Now, here's what I really wanted to say. People think that the government's not knowing what you're doing because you bought an 80% lower. If you're watching this video, I'm assuming you own more than an 80% lower. If you have an 80% lower rifle of any sort, AR-10, AR-15, AR-9, some other platform where it's an 80% lower, and you don't have any other pistol or firearm, I'm gonna just say you are probably one of the rare people, right? The very fact that I have NFA items, I'm on whoever's watch list already. So there's the fact that I have an 80% lower to me is irrelevant. Owning 3 different cans alone, I have every other firearm I've ever purchased I bought that has a serial number. I had to pay for a background check. I had to do the dealer's record of sale. I had to do all the same stuff that most people are supposed to do when it comes to purchasing firearms. So the very fact that I have a few 80% lowers around my house is not what the government's going to come after me specifically for by itself. It's all the other ones I know I already own. So make it make sense sometimes when you actually comment in the comment section. This is for those people who, if you see this video first and then you see that one second, or you saw that one first and then you come over here and realize you made a fool of yourself, you opened your mouth and your feet came out first, that's fine. Like I said, I will continue to let the comments go. But if somebody comes back on my channel constantly talking ish you will get blocked. You might not get blocked. You will get blocked. And it's not because I need a subscriber for it. And that's the funny thing too. For every person who sends me a hate comment, I get 5 to 10 more subscribers off of that video alone. Just so you know, not just off of a video, off of that video, that one specifically. So it's funny. Hit dogs holler. And like I said before, I am a Second Amendment guy. I don't need to prove that to anybody. My lifestyle does it. And yeah, that's it. If you have any real comments for me, please do put them in the comment section. If there's something I said that's off base, once again, please put that in the comment section. Provide a link, an article, something, a statute, something that states anything I said off base, and I will redact that statement. But as of now, since I've done my research, now this is also years ago. I'm not doing the most updated 80% lower research. I have no reason to. When I bought my 80% lowers, that's the rule I went off of. I didn't have to constantly keep asking people, hey, what does it say today? What does it say tomorrow? I don't care what it says. When I bought them, this is what I'm going off of. And I'm still right according to me. So once again, if something has changed and I'm not aware of it, please inform me. But if you do it like a complete jackass, I'm going to respond like a jackass. This is PH Darren, and I'm out. Peace.